Johnnycool, we back with another reacts. We doing TJ Hunt. This is one of the biggest. Honestly, he's one of the biggest car. I don't know, car enthusiasts in the game. He's more than that. He's like an entrepreneur. He rebuilds cars. He has street hunter. Um, he's the best in the game when it comes to this car shit. Him and respectfully, it's him and Adam LZ, if you ask me. Um, but we back with another reacts. We treating this shit like it's a 9 to 5. Somebody gotta pay my landlord, but let's tune in. This is part 5. I think he's recently been doing a Honda NSX. I forget the year, but Honda NSX. He bought it from a guy from a junkie or whoever it was. The car was a junkie. It was a piece of shit. He's been doing like the whole thing. He's gonna do a whole rebuild. He's done plenty of rebuilds on his channel. Go check out his channel on TJ Hunt.
Episode is going to be the most satisfying physical exterior change we have seen. And if you've ever once doubted this car, by the end of this episode, I promise you, you're going to be feeling a little silly. Our focus today is going to be the front end of this NSX. This has been probably one of the ugliest parts of the whole entire front end. Doesn't even look like an NSX without the front end, but it's all going to be coming together. But before we do that, we have to put on our new front fender. We have to patch up our front bumper because the thing was hammered and trashed. And we need to fix our side skirts.
I've been tasked with getting the paint off of this. We were just gonna sand it, but unfortunately, if you look at it, you'd just be chasing it because it's already peeling. I thought to myself, and I suggested to the boys, we should just strip the entire front bumper and start anew. Cool thing about the NSX bumper is that it comes in 2 pieces.
Especially
I took
for,
it
like,
apart.
the
I took all the metal
JDM
bits off. So I'm gonna go ahead and
world.
apply this.
I'm a JDM head.
Hopefully it does its job. I'm gonna put the paint stripper on there.
And
And we'll
luxury
see
cars or electric or American Muscle. I'm strictly JDM. Just bias. They do no wrong.
The entire
JDM
bumper
is
is
the way to
covered.
go.
Doesn't look like it's doing anything. I don't
love
want to
the
tell TJ
drifting,
that,
I love
but we'll leave.
The way they
What?
make the cars is just.
Hey, teach one hour.
What did you do?
1 hour to
Sky's the limit
24
with those
hours.
things,
Okay.
man.
It's a check every 90 minutes.
Where they expect you to stand by for 24
JDMs,
hours?
'cause you can
What
make
happens
it
if
so
you're
how
not
you
there
want
for
it.
hour
You know what I'm
12
saying? That,
and you're asleep?
It's just just
American
check.
Muscle or like a
Make sure it
muscle
doesn't
car.
dry. It said.
feel like
I don't know.
Tomorrow's
a
the
JDM
weekend. We're
car
not going
has
to
a
be
lot
here.
We don't have a scraper and we don't have a rinser, so. But hopefully it
show
does
your
something
character
by
through a JDM
hour
car better
4.
The best way we knew how to remove all of the gunk we put on this was doing a power wash, and it worked pretty decent. Once we got all the goop off, there was still some leftover residue and leftover paint, so we hit it with a DA sander to try to remove all the material and get the bumper as smooth as possible, so when we go to put color on this, it saves some time. We also saved our bumper lights, removing the crappy vinyl from 1999 off of these lights, and they shaped up pretty well. We also ordered a brand new windshield from Beck's Auto Glass. Shout out to you, Beck's. If you're in SoCal, hit him up. He's
Yeah,
an
so once I get my
absolute
shit
G
together,
and never
definitely get
misses
another.
with his installs.
Definitely
I
wanna get
wanted to
another,
document this because it's absolutely fucking
stick
nasty.
shift. The best way to go. A lot of people can't drive them.
Such
I feel like it's become
good little home for someone.
No,
at some
less
point.
people that know how to drive
see
stick
past the
shift.
web.
Except for the car world, the real.
Yeah, look at that. She's
hard
perfect.
Canadian people know how to drive stick shift.
Yet again, another part of this car that we missed that just had bugs and animals living within it. Glad we got that all cleared up. Once we finished this up, we went ahead and moved on to the front fender. Now the fenders were modified previously. Now what I mean by that is on the front fenders there were amber lights. Now when we got it, both of our fenders had them deleted. So at one point someone bondoed over them. After replacing the front right fender, we still had that fender light hole. So Dylan took initiative and patched it with a piece of aluminum and then started just applying layers and layers of Bondo to get it 100% smooth. And by the end of it, you could barely even tell that anything had ever happened to it. Once again, have to give a little shout out to Brian for sending out this fender. Getting parts for this car are so much harder than any other JDM that we have done. And I'm not sure why, because the NSX, there's more production values of NSXs, and they lived for almost like 10 years. I don't understand why parts are so difficult. This is on. Dylan has a way with Bondo. He did a really good job making this thing look smooth. Now Ian and I are gonna work on putting the headlight assembly back in the bucket so we can move on to the front bumper.
I need to interrupt today's video to talk about something very important, and that is mental health. As you guys know, I recently have gone on my own journey about how to improve my own mental health, and it has helped tenfold. And today's video is proudly sponsored by BetterHelp. They're an online therapy platform that has revolutionized the way we approach the mental well-being of ourselves. BetterHelp allows you to connect
and then do some Bondo work, because these things are light and fragile, and it's actually pretty difficult to sand and get the amount of pressure we need to get off the excessive Bondo. And this was a part that, trust me, I wish I could just buy online, but these buckets are so expensive.
Get those bucket headlights, baby. Oh my god.
All right, for the first time in existence, headlights back in, new bulbs, wiring fixed. Did the headlights work? Ladies and gentlemen, big moment. Yeah! Can you do the brights? Yeah! That's sick! Yeah! Oh, sorry, it's not all the way bolted in yet, but it works, and that's the good part, baby. Before we move on to anything else, we're gonna go ahead and install the new cowl. It's gonna look really good with the new glass. The last cowl we had got chewed up by rats, we think. We have these oddly sized holes right here. So we were able to source a new one. But it appears it needs to be cleaned.
I love TJ Hunt, like he's like really hands-on.
Oh, it's brand new.
Hyper dressing, baby.
The parts are not really super use it to clean it up. No, not everything needs to be fucking brand new.
And unfortunately,
you just need a little love.
If you guys ever see anything that we're missing or haven't put back, for example, this interior, when we finish the interior episode, you know, we're missing the radio and we're missing this full center column. The reason why things aren't finished is we're probably just waiting on parts that we forgot to order or had to reorder. For example, this is the bezel that goes around the tachometer. We ordered one, but we accidentally ordered one that was for right-hand drive, and the TCS and headlight buttons were swapped. So we had to source another one. This one is for left-hand drive, and it has the correct locations for our buttons. So I just installed those, and I'm slowly going to piece together what creates the center column. This spot is primarily new pieces. It's gonna come together really, really well. I'm excited for it. Oh! Dust in my eye. All right, this front bumper, as you can see, we're doing our best to save this. What's really weird about the NSX is that it's a two-piece bumper. This upper half and lower half are two separate sections, and it seems that when this guy had whatever front end slight collision that he had, he kept some of his bumper and then sourced a red one, which is why we have all this red paint, and then it was painted on top, and then it was painted maybe once or twice, hard to tell. But this thing is hammered. I was trying to get us to reuse this to save costs, and there are a few front bumpers online that we can get, but I'm telling you guys, this is gonna sound crazy. The stock front bumpers are worth like a few $1,000s, and they're not even in great condition. We unfortunately might have to buy something off of eBay. If any of you guys have an NA1 front bumper for sale, please try to get a hold of me because we need one desperately. I don't know if it's gonna be worth trying to save this. I know it looks really bad on camera. We've done a decent job, but man, this thing is hammered.
The mounting points aren't close.
All right, well, red flag. When we got this car, the bumper wasn't on, but they're like, hey, don't worry, we have the bumper for you. We're now discovering as we put this front bumper on, we're missing the complete bracket system to hold this together. When they ask you how you are and you say that you're fine when you're not really fine, that's how I feel right now. Damn. That sucks because one, we're gonna have to figure out how to source that. Where does it?
I don't even know what it looks like.
Don't even know what it looks like. We never had it. For now, here's what we're gonna do. Don't move.
Wait, did you just say you put the bumper back on, didn't have the bracket?
Know if it's gonna be worth trying to save this. I know it looks really bad on camera. We've done a decent job, but man, this thing is hammered.
Oh my god, WRX.
decent job.
I seen it. That's my affordable car. Man, I can't wait. Like when I'm ready to buy it, that shit's gonna be a lot.
Man, this thing is hammered.
Be like 20 racks, 50. Good one. That shit is fucking. The lower parts.
All right, well, red flag. When we got this car, the bumper wasn't on. But they're like, hey, don't worry, we have the bumper for you. We're now discovering as we put this front bumper on, we're missing the complete bracket system to hold this together. When they ask you how you are and you say that you're fine when you're not really fine, that's how I feel right now. Damn. That sucks because one, we're gonna have to figure out how to source that. Where does it?
I don't even know what it looks like.
Don't even know what it looks like. We never had it. For now, here's what we're gonna do. Don't move.
Zip ties.
Here's our bracket for now. I'm buying a new bumper, bro.
Come on,
I don't
man.
know.
Real car.
This one's
real
hammered.
car people know what it is, man. Zip ties, save the job for everything. Man.
Oh, and it's kind of sick. It's kind of sick.
Kind of worked pretty well. You adjust the body line on this a little bit. But, come on. That's the most assembled we've seen it since. I have a lip, too. We didn't put this on yet, but it's mild, just enough. I've heard a lot of horror stories that when people put lips on this thing, they just explode. Like, this car is so low as it is. Bum, 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 bum. All right, here's our hood. It's a style that's very popular on this car.
Man, that's a nice
for good
size
reason.
hood.
It looks good. Let's put it on.
Carbon fiber?
It's gonna look good, but man, does it look ugly right now.
Man, I
looks
wanted
like
one of those in my WRX. What that goddamn hood is like $1,000. I could barely pay the landlord. What the fuck?
Clown right now with the red lipstick.
Yeah, that red is.
Or your mom.
That red has to go. TJ,
That was me.
that red has
Say it
to
again,
go,
dude.
brother.
Talk smack about 99 one more time.
It looks ugly right now, but here's how to make it look a little less ugly. Yeah! Pop-ups, baby! First time ever on the channel we've ever had pop-ups.
Lucky lights go down.
Look at that. She's rolling.
To think that like these JDM cars are like, man, think about it. Like that car looks so good. That car looks so good. That was in the fucking 1990s, bro. Like, think about how far ahead their technology was, their brain was, like, to make a car look so good. And you know, it's like that model, that design doesn't look old, bro.
Close call, Cheevan.
I knew it. I knew
That
it.
shit looks
It's so
fucking
good,
sexy.
but yet so far away.
I mean, TJ,
How
the body's
good this
fucked up, but
roof
it still
scoop's
looks
gonna
sexy.
Oh.
This is insane. Like they make cars look this good back then. It's insane. This is why I'm a JDM lover. Like, holy shit. Oh my god. Either that
This is
shit
officially
in
the last
red
episode that you'll
or
ever see in this
black
shop. This is the last
or
episode
white.
you will ever see a wrench
Three colors.
being turned. This place did us really well. As big as it might
Is that
look
it?
on camera, it's actually very, very small. And anyone who's ever been here as a friend or if they've bought a part from one of us, and every time anyone's seen it that
Wait, what?
watches through the
Movie?
video, they've always said, damn, I thought this place was a lot bigger. So as much as I'm gonna miss it, I'm also not gonna miss it because I'm really looking forward to the new shop, as I know a lot of you guys are. But we're trying to finish this video up as
Oh,
fast as
yeah,
possible
I
because
forgot.
starting
He's
tomorrow
moving
at
to a new
7
shop.
a.m.
So I think he's been sharing that space with Throttle for a while, and yeah, I mean it's kind of fucked up. I mean, yeah, I'm so proud of him, man. Like he's going to a new facility, or I think he like leased it. I know California is fucking expensive. Like if I was him, I would fucking go to fucking Florida or Texas, like something where it's like you get more of your money, but hey, Cali's is him. You know, it suits him. But
YouTube Music is a music app with personal.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see the new progress and the journey for TJ. But that's it for today's NSX Part 5. We will see you back with another reacts because somebody's got to pay the landlord, baby. Cash App down below.